an earth keeper? An earth keeper is a person who is in tune with the land. There are many ways to be in tune with the land. We can be in tune with the physical land. We can take care of the waterways. We can take care of the soil. We can take care of the trees. And many of us are already doing that. Thank you. But in my case, I wasn't very much of a physical earth keeper. More like an energetic or magical earth keeper. I think the first time I really realized that this is my calling was many years ago when I first came across the Fae. So since a young age I had an easy time tapping into the energetic realms. And let's take this off. And it was one of these times when I first sensed, more than saw, I first sensed these beings who are so graceful and delicate and yet powerful. And to me they felt like human size, much like the elven people in Tolkien's writings. And they were definitely not in the physical. I could sense them in the energy. I could sense a bit of a denseness that didn't feel like human. It felt lighter and gentler and more beautiful. And at that first meeting they told me that I am a bridge between the worlds, and they would like me to be an ambassador, a person who can help humans reconnect with the Fae. So this was my first calling, to be an earth keeper, and that special type of earth keeper that is more about the energetic tapestries and the beings that are lighter than human, that are not in the physical, that are actually in lighter frequencies. And that was many, many years ago. Since then I moved to Avalon. Here you can see our beautiful Tor in the distance. I'm sitting here on Dragon Hill. It's a beautiful sunny day. And I would like to share with you some of my work here in Avalon. So feel free to join me. Let's see what happens. The energetic realms exactly. So many of us are quite confused about this. Many of us are a little bit wary, maybe a little bit scared. It's something that we can't see. Sometimes people tell us things about what happens in the energetic realms or in the spirit realms, and we get quite confused about it. So let's explain a little bit about what I understand. What is my map to the universe? So there are many ways to look at the universe. There are many maps written by different people in different times. And I like to have my map, something that I created for myself based on my own experiences. What can I do? I used to be a scientist. I have a degree in physics. And I like to work with experiments and experiencing really first-hand experiences of the world. And this is what is building my worldview. So let's borrow an idea from science, just borrowing for a little bit. And that is the idea of a spectrum. As we know, or we learned about in school, let's say the sun, it looks yellow to us, but we know that it radiates in many different spectrums. Some frequencies are denser, some frequencies are lighter. What we can see is the frequencies that our body or our vision is accustomed to. So in my experience of the world, the more we go up in frequency, some people call it going up to higher dimensions, there is less form and more quality. It's more abstract, but it holds the patterns that in turn will create everything we know on Earth. Believe me, that was not my first idea as well, and it was rather hard to believe in it. But over the years, I found that this is a great way to explain my experiences. Wait a minute, but what does all this have to do with fairies? Okay, so what the Fae have showed me over the years is that they are responsible for these energetic patterns, these tapestries that govern what will happen in the physical realm of nature. So they are responsible for the ebb and flow of vital energy in the land. They're responsible for the general harmony between all the different beings, the different green and growing beings and the different life forms in a specific territory of land, in a specific realm where they take court. They're also responsible for the health and the general maintenance of the energy tapestry of the land. And this is why they need our help. And so after speaking to many of these beings that I couldn't see with my physical eyes, but I could sense them, I had to agree that there is more to this world than what I can see. And that's when the beauty happened. And that's when the magic happened. And that's when I learned that the magical tapestries of the land are as important as the physical, if not more. So what they showed me over the years was that in the old days, us humans used to work really closely with the other beings of the land. Because we have all the frequencies, we have quite a lot of them, we could tap into the physical and the non-physical layers. It was important to work with the Fae so we can align the tapestries in the other world with what is happening in the physical realms. It was important to meet at certain time places on the land and do the right rituals and ceremonies with deep listening to the voice of the land itself and the big spirits of the land, such as the dragons. It was really interesting to learn that in fact us humans had a really crucial part in co-creating these patterns that will in time become the health and the sustainability of the land and all her beings. So, are we ready for adventure? Join me in my next video where we go on an adventure to meet